ass nigga. Always wearing my jeans baggy saggy. No Florida, Georgia, side khaki laggy. Rolled up, eat spam and sandwich up. Sugar water, egg, mayonnaise sandwich. Share the room with about 4 more brothers. For one home for one, no more covers. A little bad motherfucker. Always wrong and always in trouble. None of my teachers ain't like us. What make you so bad, poor hand said more like me. You growed up the way I did. You got to understand, Trick love the kids. Trick love the kids.
Let the sun shine in. No wood rain. Let the Twinkies spin. Get you a glass. Mix the Coke and the hen. It's quite alright. Put the throw in the wind. Put the throw in the wind.
Chevy put the dubs on that bitch. Candy apple green niggas loving this shit. And when a minute I act the fool, you don't like how I'm living, bitch, fuck you. That's right, I'm a rude ass nigga. Quick to do you, cut a fool ass nigga. Wearing that by the $1.65 and the nigga can't fuck, plus the boy gets live. You know legs, wings, and short thighs. Heat 'em up, then switch sides.
Hardcore, working condom, lower to the floor. Cure the endure with a loaded 4-4. Be showing the grind more for your fuck with mine. Disrespect, I'll disconnect your line. With a 6 watt, when shit hot, you get shot. The fire, the fury, you fuck with it not. The style and the grade, yeah, my space and my face. For me and my ace, I lay down the whole place. Recognize, this is a verbalized surprise. Fucking with me, wrong way wild. Nigga, old slow shows, old goes, big old bank rolls. That's all a nigga knows. Throw your elbows, I'm slicker than I'm supposed. O's on toes, so my jewelry froze. You know how it goes. These young niggas don't want it like that. Go off and get your gas. Silence your shit, chat. So pass out, last out, gas. Oh, sticky so tricky to the trick. Like trash, low driller or go brother. No, from a old chiller. Come clean, looking mean, but you ain't no killer.
Trick love the kids.
Stop and let the sun shine in. No wood rain. Let the Twinkies spin. Get you a glass. Mix the Coke and the hen. It's quite alright. Put the throw in the wind. Put the throw in the wind. Let the sun shine in. No wood rain. Let the Twinkies spin. Get you a glass. Mix the Coke and the hen.
What's up, man? Welcome back. 4 Quarter Talk. I'm your host, Big Duke, all fire, no smoke. So today, guys, man, we're going to talk about equipment wars. And this goes for home equipment, and in addition, it goes to when you go to the gym equipment. When I was coming through the ranks, you had pretty much a couple of pieces that was just tried and true. You had your flat bench, your squat rack, a preacher curl bar, and a host of bars and stuff like that, from French curl bar to straight bar to maybe a deadlift bar, depending on what type of gym you was in. But nowadays, there's so many things going on. There's so many choices to choose from. So now we want to give you guys something to do, something to look at rather, versus, especially like from a home gym standpoint. You guys know, like, since the surge of, in 2020, when things jumped off with COVID, there was a ton of equipment flying off the shelves from Walmart to Target to wherever across the board. So the best thing is you don't have to deal with, the main thing about dealing with a home gym is that you don't have to deal with, a crowded gym. For the ladies, those prying eyes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The best part about having a home gym is it's an excellent way to eliminate the excuses you have about staying fit. So that's what we're going to talk about today, guys, is that try to get rid of that no excuse protocol as to how to stay fit, especially dealing with home equipment and home fitness equipment that you can buy. You know what I'm saying? And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a little comparison. We're going to have a little chart. We're going to compare like medicine balls versus slam balls and which one is better for you. Based off your goals, you should get said equipment. So we're going to open it up. My girl, Coach Ebony, my home team, Bruce Goals, Gas is in the building. What's up, people? What's going on?
Hanging in, ladies before gentlemen. Go ahead, Ebony.
Hi, I'm Coach Ebony. I'm a certified health coach that works with professionals on their weight loss goals and just people that want to maintain a healthy living. How everybody's doing on this Friday?
Salute.
Bruce Gas.
Bruce Gas in the building.
Boxing, jazz, and more. And more comes in over here, man. We talk about nutrition. We talk about weight training. We talk about getting and staying healthy. I come on here with a full glass of water when it's done, and we're usually done. And that's what we do over here, man. Today we're on the age-old argument machines or free weights. I mean, this has been going on since the day I stepped foot in the gym back in the 1970s, man. This is this is something we've been talking about, and it really comes right down to which you prefer. What I mean, there's so many different things we can talk about on here. There's safety aspects. There's overall muscle building. There's which burns more calories. I mean, there's just so many different things we can talk about on this one topic. But it's important because this is what we do. We go, me, Duke, Ebony. We walk into a gym and it's loaded. It looks like a clear house. Damn, what word am I looking for? But it's huge and it can be overbearing. It can be overpowering to some people. So this is a good way to talk a little bit, get to know those machines, get to know the free weights, know what their best uses are, and you know, you develop your own. You develop your own program. But we like to incorporate free weights and machines, and we're going to get down to the nuts and bolts over here.
I would say this, Brother Bruce, and everybody watching, and Coach Ebony, is that the first rule, okay? Everybody's just watching right now from a bird's eye view. Everybody's in the chat right now. The first rule before purchasing any equipment is to evaluate your goals, okay? What makes, well, in other words, make sure that you're actually getting what you're going to get, what you want. You know what I'm saying? Then make that decision. It's easy for you to think of a piece of equipment that you need, such as a treadmill, because of Black Friday or Amazon Prime days, whatever the case may be. Or that treadmill is $200 off. But then again, too, despite the fact that you got bad knees, you're gonna still buy the treadmill. You see what I'm saying? Then several weeks later, you just purchased an expensive coat hanger. You see what I'm saying? So the first thing is to evaluate your goals and find out what you need to get and why you need to get that. I don't know. Matter of fact, case in point, you guys were here. Y'all know my client James, and he'll tell you when I went over his house to train him. Again, James is a morbidly obese client, but I went over his house and he had an upright bike in one corner and a treadmill in the other corner, covered in clothing. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is find out what is your goals. What are your goals? I mean, do you even need a treadmill in your home? You know what I'm saying? Or in your garage, whatever the case may be. Do you need that upright bike? Case in point, if you're a avid walker, then just get out and walk. You see what I'm saying? That's just as good. Now, granted, on those rainy days or snowy days, depending on your region of the globe, then okay, I can see that, a treadmill, stuff like that. But some people get out there and do it then. But it's based off your goals. Evaluate your goals before you go out and make said purchase, just based off, again, a deal, Amazon Prime days or Black Friday days. Go ahead,
Many probably evaluate their, I was going to say on top of goals, evaluate their, like if they have restrictions or injuries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
You don't want to get something that's going to make it worse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like you said, with a knee problem, or a person that has knee problems.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see, that's why machines were invented. Machines were developed for rehabilitation. Back in the day, man, when I went in the gym, maybe you'd see a lat pull-down machine, you know, maybe something like that on a Smith machine. But basically, machines were pretty much invented for rehabilitation. Whenever you go to a sports rehab, and you'll see the specific where they don't have to, you know, if you want to work your knee, you just have to out of knee surgery. You can use a knee extension. You can use an isolated squat. You send somebody out there after an operation, give them some full weights. They're gonna blow those stitches right off that knee. So I mean, like I said, they were invented for rehabilitation, but then we muscle heads, we incorporated that. We said, hey, this is nice in rehabilitation. How about we get that in the gym? Women aren't going to get hurt. They're not going to be intimidated by it. You know, we might develop a whole new clientele. And see, when I was in the gym business, I sold memberships for a while. And when a client comes in, you don't take them to the weight room. You don't take them to the free weight room. You take them to show them. You show them these. We have $1 million worth of machines in here. You know, I was in a 10,000 square foot gym, and like I said, it was like a warehouse. And you know, you explain to people, and you see like the gym newbies. They're not going to go to the free weight room. They're gonna go on the machines. They're gonna try those machines out. And see, that's a good thing business wise, because it's user friendly, and new people can use that in safety. They don't need a spotter. They can isolate on those muscles. But see, on the other hand, if you start them off on free weights, they're going to learn how to use stabilizer muscles. They're going to get more balance. There's no, it's independent suspension. If the left isn't working as good as the right, it's going to have to be taken care of. Whereas a machine, sometimes you can overcompensate for things like that. But there's so many different drawbacks. That's why I like to incorporate them all in my workout. But we'll get into that. I mean, I know what machines. Machines were made to copy free weights. You can take a dumbbell, a barbell, and a bench. There's a zillion exercises you can do on that. You can work every muscle group in your body. But the machines, on the other hand, they're going to stabilize the rest of the body, and they're going to isolate on that certain muscle. And sometimes, for bodybuilding, for like I said, for rehabilitation, for different things, there's a place for all these things, man.
Absolutely. Good points. Like right now, like I would recommend, like a lot of, if somebody have surgery, especially like knee surgery from the lower extremities, if they have knee surgery, I got a client right now as we speak. He go to PT, and I said, how they recommend the pool for you? Just like we talked about last week. He said, nah, they ain't recommend that, and they won't do it because they know the pool is one of the best things you can do. You know what I'm saying? Coming off of knee surgery is one of the best things you can do is get in there and walk back and forth in the pool. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I did, because I remember like all the surgeries I had, especially when I had knee surgery, they didn't even recommend PT for me because they know what I do. I said, I'm gonna go to the pool and I'm gonna just get in there and just start walking. Because again, in that pool, I'm surrounded by resistance. You know what I mean? Left, right, I gotta fight the current that I create. You know what I mean? The turbulence that I create, I gotta fight that. So again, it's some things that they from a PT standpoint, they just won't tell you. Now, talking about like weight training and stuff like that, like Brother Bruce said, I'm picking up what Brother Bruce said. Free weights, machine weights was designed to mimic free weights. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you just starting out. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said before you sit there and go and jump on some dumbbells first time, learn how to get that mind-muscle connection when you're doing a chest press. Learn what part of the body that you need to be contracting. You know what I'm saying? And just like Coach Ebony said, I mean, if you're dealing with injuries and stuff like that, that's something else to be mindful of. You know what I'm saying? So evaluate yourself before just diving head in and going getting medicine ball, slam ball, whatever the case may be, just based off a deal, or you see a red light special going up there. Coach Ebony, you got it.
Yeah, y'all pretty much said a lot, but yeah, I definitely say that because I've had people with bad knees, they do the treadmill and it end up making their knees worse. I had a guy that was he re-injured his knees just because he was walking. He was walking. He wasn't doing other things. He was just trying to get out there and walk. And I think he was just kind of overdoing it. And so he re-injured, his injury or whatever. And he's kind of going through right now where he has to, go through surgery and all that. So you definitely have to be mindful of what you're picking, what workouts you're picking. And, that's why you just need to consult somebody, find out what your goals are, if you have injuries or restrictions, and then consult, an expert so they can kind of help you with that and not just be jumping on machines because you see other people doing it.
Absolutely. And I'm going to say this before we get into it. Keep in mind, guys, all the equipment that we will show will set you back some cash. I don't care if you're getting it on OfferUp, Craigslist, any other secondhand or used, whatever, it's going to set you back some sort of cash. You know what I'm saying? So, and in addition to that, I have used every piece of equipment that will be shown. So whether you want a row machine, a jump rope, or even follow along on being on a trainer on your TV. I mean, there's something out there for all fitness levels. You just gotta be mindful of what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, and what's gonna work for you. Let me get to this real quick. Say, do you recommend those grippers they sell at Walmart? Are they any good? Jam, I would say this, Jam. I would sit there and say this: strengthen your forearms first. You know what I'm saying? Strengthen your forearms first. That would bring forth a good grip. If you guys looked at the last video I did when I did deadlift. Again, I just did a staggered grip, a over/under grip, and I used chalk. I use chalk and stuff like that because my grip is strong. So it's just one of those things that I would sit there and say, strengthen your forearms, and that would bring forth good hand grip. I think that's what you're talking about, Jim.
Yeah, and and speaking from a boxing perspective, we always try to develop the fighter's hands. We try to develop the muscles in the hands. The hands are there are more muscles in your hand than there are in any part of your body. And a gripper, I don't know if you're just talking about those the A grippers they used to sell all the time. We use those and
You're talking about the squeezy?
Yeah. And then like you watch the Rocky movie. Rocky would walk around with a rubber ball in his hand and always be squeezing that rubber ball going from hand to hand. And yeah, man, you know, you get a good grip. It's an absolute. You get into a powerlifting competition, you can't use those straps.
Right.
You know, you need that grip strength, and you're only as strong as that corresponding grip. So absolutely develop those hands, man.
That's right. So we're gonna get into it, guys. Everybody watching. So again, this is we're gonna compare some machines. We're gonna compare some free weights. We're gonna get into it, man. So I'm gonna go live here. I'm from this one. Add this to the stream. So the first one is let's get into it. So the first one is the row machine, guys. The row machine. Put that down, JM. So the row machine works a wide range of muscles, including the upper back, biceps, quadriceps, abdominal muscles, and obliques, calves, and glutes. Rowing is also relatively low impact, which means it's easy on the joints and muscles. In terms of calories burned in an hour, a study published by Harvard Medical School found that a participant burned up to 440 calories in a vigorous 30-minute. That's significant more than any other indoor-based cardio. I say this, the row machine is one of the best kept secrets. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the best kept secrets that's out there from a cardio standpoint. So we're gonna continue. It's still going? There you go. Yeah. So it's one of the best things that's out there, especially when it comes to like cardio, because it works a lot of muscles. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna go up against. You're gonna take this up against the elliptical. All right. So up next is. Where's that? It's going. All right. Yeah. Up next is the elliptical. The elliptical trainer has much less impact. This low impact is good for people with joint, knee, and lower back or hip problems. A great feature of the elliptical workout is that you can add a variety of pedaling backwards. The backward pedaling motion targets your lower body, quadricep muscles. A study by the Medical College of Wisconsin found the average calories burned using the elliptical trainer in an hour is, let me see what that say, is up to approximately 773 calories. So again, which one is better? Which one that you need? What's suited for you? Well, I'm gonna stop the show before we get into some of the numbers. So guys, y'all got it? So give me your thoughts on it, Bruce.
Well, in my game, I would consider both of these cardio. I would consider both of these cardio to be done after the workout. And I would choose the one that I preferred the least. Elliptical, I had no problem with. I would alternate, but like I said, I would prefer the one I prefer the least because it gives me more of a resistance, be it mentally or physically. But they both look great, but that 773 calories per hour is almost double what you're going to get on the rowing machine.
All right, Coach Ebony, you got it.
I use the elliptical, but I guess for me, I think of it more of from a standpoint of being able to target more areas. So I would say
good point. And here's the reason why both you guys make great points. Great machines to use. No matter which one you get, great machines to use. It just depends on what you're going to do. Now, again, both the calories burned is off a vigorous, you know what I'm saying? This is not getting on the elliptical, you around here looking at your phone, or you around here BSing around, you know what I mean? You just jaw jacking and stuff like that. You got to have a vigorous workout within that hour's burn time. You got to sit there and sweat to get that 773 calories in. So with that being said, let's look at some of the stats that I came across with. So the first one is calories burned. So I gave both of them a 5 because they both in high calories burned. Ease of use, I gave the row machine a 4 because it is some technical things to the row machine that you got to learn how to do before, you know what I mean, before you actually go and do it. If not, you're going to hurt your back. The elliptical is fairly easy. You get on there, you can hold on to the sides, or you can hold on to the handles themselves and then work the machine. joint friendly. Okay, I personally give both of these right here a 5 because you know what I'm saying, they're easy on the joints. That's what they're designed for. They're easy on the joints. Cost. I would sit there and say that the row machine is a little bit better because they are all there are some bottom of the barrel row machines that's just like, you know what I mean, that's just good for you overall. You know what I'm saying? Versus the elliptical, it's a little detailed, it's a little costly, and then on top of that, it's just more cumbersome. You know what I'm saying, to move around. So it's one of those things that those are my ratings right there. And overall, you got a score of, with the elliptical, you got 18, and with the row machine, you got 19. Go ahead, Brother Bruce, you got.
Excuse me, I have my microphone muted. My dog was doing a little barking in the background there. But I mean, looking at these two machines together side by side, I'm a person who likes to go from one to the other. The Duke's got them scored within a point. I mean, to me, they're both cardio machines. I don't have any problems with joints like that as far as using the either one of these machines. Although the elliptical trainer, I don't think I use that one now because of the stress it would put on my shoulders. But I mean, cardio is cardio. That's the way I look at it. And as far as cost effective and moving them around, bro, that's not even a consideration for me because I would join a gym where both machines were there, and they are expensive. They're updated frequently. You know, they're always finding different things to add on there to make it glide smoother, to get more resistance. So, man, it's neck and neck, Duke, and right there, they're both machines, and they both definitely they do a good job of calories burned, and to me, that's what a cardio machine is all about, bro. It's burning those calories, getting that heart rate up.
Mm-hmm. All right, Coach Ebony.
Yeah, I think I see a lot of people use the elliptical. Like, I think I've used the elliptical more than the row machine, but because that was like in the beginning of my journey when I was just focused on weight loss and I was looking at numbers. But as I dive deep into my journey and when you start going to your next goals and stuff, I realized the row machine was, you know, a more benefit for me on the next level. You know, once I moved from just, you know, wanting to lose weight and now I'm just trying to do resistance training and you know, that getting that muscles and stuff like that. But both of them, like he said, they're very great machines to use. They're cardio, of course. But I guess everybody, the elliptical, I guess a lot of people now, you know, gravitate to that because it's more easier to use because you could just hop on there and, you know, do your thing, whether if you're gonna, you know, go slow or fast. But I think you would have a better benefit from it if you like up your strength, your resistance, and also, you know, I guess the pace. Like you said, if you get on there, you're playing around, you're not gonna lose those calories that it says in the description. Versus if you actually get on there and challenge yourself each time you're on there, you're upping your resistance on the machine, so it can be like more harder, you know, so you have that resistance.
Salute. And also, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give you guys some drawbacks for both machines. Been using both machines, like I said, like Coach Ebony said earlier, and Brother Bruce said, both of them is about burning calories. But like the reason why I would pick the row machine over is just more moving parts. It's more, and I'm going there cranking that thing out. And I noticed when I put a client on the row machine, in 5 minutes they gas. They gas like a mug because they one of those things. It's just gas. But with that being said, here's some of the drawbacks that you guys need to consider if you in the market to purchase one of these machines. Now, bad form, like I said earlier, bad form on the row machine could cause injury down the line. You're putting a lot of strain on your back muscles if you don't learn how to do it the right way. So that's one thing about it. You know what I mean? It's a pull, it's stand, and then reverse it in reverse. You got to learn how to do this the right way for it to be effective. And about the elliptical, it's the same thing. Keep in mind, although it's a great low impact exercise, if you suffer from if you have any type of pre-existing knee injury, trying to go backwards could make things worse. So they have their pros and cons just depending on what it is that you're trying to do. And then also, if you're a runner or a jogger, then a treadmill would probably be a better option. So again, it's just one of those things where, you know, it's based off what your preference is and what you want. All right. Next up.
And Duke, hang on a second.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in there. I'm gonna ask you this question. Now, Emmanuel Briggs said his friend got both an elliptical and a rowing machine from a local flea market
Right.
for $100. Now, right there, that blows your cost scale, your cost number on there right out of the ballpark. So,
Right.
so
But
that favors the elliptical.
right. But you're talking about that's a unicorn situation. You ain't gonna go to the flea market and get a quality. You know what I'm saying? You know better than that, Bruce. You ain't gonna go to no damn flea market and get no quality
Well,
elliptical and no damn quality treadmill.
see, yeah,
Come on, man.
but on the other hand, I would go to a gym because you know I wouldn't have room to have these machines in my home. I
Right.
would go to a gym where it wouldn't matter what they cost; they'd be right there. So I wouldn't really put much of an emphasis on the cost because not many people are going to buy rowing machines and elliptical trainers.
Right.
Well, I guess
But
people that want to do an at-home gym, because there's a lot of people
Right.
that have like big houses, and because I mean that's my goal. For when I get a house, I want to be able to have an in-home gym. So I don't.
Yeah, but like Duke said at the beginning of the show, they end up as clothes hangers.
Yeah.
but you know what, brother Bruce? But you know what? I'm gonna say this. Now here's the rebut that. Now 2020 with this resurge of when COVID hit, you couldn't find shit on the shelf. You can go to Dick's Sporting Goods, you couldn't find nothing on the shelf. You couldn't find a plate, a damn kettlebell. You couldn't find ankle weights. You couldn't find nothing on the shelf because
I
everything
hear
was
what
fine
Bruce
off.
saying too. I hear what Bruce saying too because I noticed that a lot of clients, I know a client I dealt with, she had all the stuff in her house, but for some
Mhm.
reason, I guess for her, and I thought it would be easy for her because she had it right there at her house. You don't have to get in the car and drive. Because I think for me, when I was working out at 5 o'clock in the morning, having to
Right.
get up at 4 something, get dressed, get in your car and actually drive, that's a lot. That's dedication versus somebody that actually got it in their garage or in another part of their home. But for some reason, she could never like get up to use it she ended up getting a gym membership because she was like, for some reason, she was like having it at her house just was not working for her.
Well, see,
Well,
some people use the gym as a social experience, which is not a bad thing.
Facts.
It's not a bad thing because you get in there, you meet like-minded people, you have people that can help you, encourage you, spot you, and that's why I think a gym investment is such a wise thing, especially now. You can go to these places, $10 down, $20 a month,
Yeah.
no contract. Come on, we're gonna give
but
you hundreds of thousands of dollars of
but
equipment.
you can't. It is. I think it is a good investment, but you can't deter people from getting a home piece of equipment too.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the scale
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Hold on. But it goes back to the first rule what I said earlier. You know what I'm saying? Before purchasing any equipment, evaluate your goals. Make sure you're actually going to use what you get. Because if you got your goals set, then you're going to actually use said piece of equipment that you're going to purchase instead of, like you said, it's not going to be a coat hanger. You're not just going to get it and it's just going to collect clothes and stuff like that. But I get what you're saying. The gym membership, yay, and at the same time, at the home, you know when it get cold. I don't know where you guys. I know you at both, but when it get cold, people don't want to go outside. People don't want to sit there and do it. So if they had the equipment with said goal in mind, then they're gonna do the work.
Well,
I mean, a lot of people that got a gym membership and don't even.
Yeah, exactly. Shit, if you got
all year long and they ain't do the gym.
exactly.
the gym that I was involved in, the busiest time, January 1st, all the way through the first 3 months, it was packed in there. And I don't care if there was a blizzard outside. People were out there, man. People these days they have nice coats. They have 4-wheel drive cars.
Right. But how many times? Now we just said a show. Just said how many times in the beginning of the month people go to the gym and then they say 3 weeks later they're not there at home. They ain't even using damn gym membership. We just did a show about that.
Yeah, but
See
you
what I'm
think they're gonna go down the cellar and use the equipment down there if they're not going to the gym? And I don't know. To me, it's more of a mental thing, and I just think a gym is just so much more convenient than sweating up your house. You know, I mean, it's gyms are they're just marvelous places today, and it's up to us to take advantage of these places. Don't let them use you, man.
I think
You
I
use
would
them.
say that, I would say this, brother Bruce. I agree with you, and at the same time, I think 2020 changed the culture of the gym.
Yeah.
I think people right now, you know what I mean, they so, like I said, I think a good gym is good, but at the same time, think how many gyms when people went into the gym in 2020, you know what I mean, and contracted, you know what I mean, the vanilla. I'm gonna call it the
No,
vanilla.
you're right. It's,
You know what I'm saying?
it's a
So,
whole
yeah,
different world.
Yeah, it's a whole different world now. So I think the gym is a good thing, but 2020 came in and revamped everything. So let's get to the next two. The next two challenges up, guys. The next two is a kettlebell. See, all the weight is directly beneath the handle, which offer an individual a selection of speed and power-based movement. Kettlebells focus on the hips, and one of the best thing about the kettlebell, guys, is this move called the hip hinge. I think my man's gonna do it here. Okay, the kettlebell swing force used engage the hips and strengthen areas that is high risk for overcompensation. So the kettlebell is gonna go up against, and right now what he's doing is what we call a hip hinge. Although I would like to see him thrust his hip forward when he do that movement. So that's the kettlebell going up against dumbbells. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced gym goer, the dumbbells are probably going to be your go-to option when it comes to resistance training. Also, dumbbells are a form of unilateral training, which each side has to do work for itself, preventing overcompensation. Same thing. So here's the thing. Before we get into the stats of it, Brother Bruce, you got it. Go ahead, man.
I mean, I see. I can't really give a good argument here, Duke, because I don't use kettlebells. I've never used them with clients. You know, to me, I can get the maximum efforts out of a dumbbell. And see when I see kettlebells, I see people that are using a lot of cardio in there. You know, like you said, swinging those things up. A lot of multi-joint movements. I like to concentrate on basic compound movements. And you know, with the dumbbells, that's where you can really use your mind-muscle connection. You know, when you're using the kettlebells, I don't see so much in there. Where with the dumbbells, I mean, that's just that's a 101 exercise. That's one of your best exercises in the world. The dumbbell chest press. I mean, that's I couldn't even compare a kettlebell workout to that because I just never got into a kettlebell workout. Maybe you could teach me. Maybe I could learn. I don't know, but I'm a dumbbell baby.
All right, Coach G, you got it.
Yeah, I'm on the other end where I use the kettlebell. But the dumbbells, what I can say is it is better to use because that's going to show you where your strength is and your weakness is as far as in your arms. Because I noticed that when I was training with someone, when I had to do training, it was my left side. You can tell like my left side was a little weaker, and it's definitely gonna show you which side what you need to work on.
I'm gonna say this. For me, I'm biased. I'm dumbbells. Y'all know I'm dumbbells. Old school iron ass whooping all day. I'm biased when it comes to this shit here. I'm straight. I'm all dumbbells when it comes to this, man. That's just me. But some people are like the kettlebell. And like Bruce said, is offer more of a. I mean, you could do a lot of stuff with both, but it's the same with the kettlebell. But I'm a dumbbell guy. But let's just get into some of the stats. Let's see what we got here. Man, finish driving that little lightweight up. Easy weight. Drive that trash up. All right. All right. Let's go. Calories burned. Both of them gonna offer a great amount of calories burned. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff. Here's the thing about the kettlebell. It's a couple of moves called the Turkish half get up. You can Google it. You can YouTube it. And one is called the Turkish get up. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's what's the name of it. It's called the Turkish get up. So it's a lot of moves like that with the kettlebells that probably you guys are not familiar with. You already know the benefits of the dumbbells from a calorie burn standpoint. Muscle building, same thing. All day long, like I said, like Bruce, I'm with Bruce. I'm a dumbbell guy, although there are some things with, the kettlebells you can build muscle with, like that's, like I said, the hip hinge, the kettlebell swing. You know what I'm saying? It's always in effect. Cost, both of them going to be expensive, guys. You can look at that right now. A set of 20-pound dumbbells and a 20-pound kettlebell is going to run you about the same. It's just one of those things, just what you want to do, you know what I'm saying, and do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just it. That's just one of the things about it. So I gave them a 15, 14, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to building muscle. Now, here's the thing about it. If some of the drawbacks when you talk about the kettlebells, if you're using proper form and rely on your upper body strength, then you could end up injuring your shoulders and back, especially with the hip hinge. So that's one thing about that. Now, one thing about the dumbbells, although I'm very, like Bruce and Coach E said, me myself, I'm big on dumbbells, but however, they will expose any weak body parts. Dumbbells will expose you because it's independent. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing any type of hypertrophy exercise, you're gonna get exposed if you weaken one part of your body. So that's something to look for. You know what I'm saying? Go, Bruce, you got it. Who that is?
We went through this one already, Duke. Like you
Okay.
said,
Go on, next.
I'm a dumbbell guy. You cut my head open, a dumbbell's probably gonna fall out of there.
I guess honestly, if you want to evaluate your strength and see what you need, I mean, I feel like that is something that is necessary. If you want to see like where you're at.
True that. You know what I'm saying? Salute Underrated Darkness. I see you. What's up with you, dog? You know what I'm saying? And then the next one is, again, some of this stuff, like Brother Bruce said, some of this stuff is uncommon for you guys. You probably never use it. Now, again, granted, I don't use everything on this list. I have experience with everything on this list. You know what I'm saying? The next one is called a slam ball. Okay? Slam balls can be used for standard weightlifting, exercise in place of free weights. For a dynamic exercise that involve increasing cardiovascular aspect, slam balls are also effective in improving muscular mass, cardiovascular endurance, and hand-eye coordination. You don't get a slam ball in more of a athletic arena type deal. Okay, they not really. They most likely in your CrossFit boxes and stuff like that. More likely in your I see them a lot of NC State and stuff like that. But your traditional commercial gym, you're probably not going to see slam balls. And we're gonna go up against something that I use often, that I use on a regular basis. I'm a real big advocate for the classic, old school medicine ball. That's me right there. I'm a big proponent of the medicine ball. Let's get into it. Using the medicine ball in place of free weights, add a dimension of functional training to the workout. Or using a med ball for functional training that will prepare your body for movements you make in everyday life. So again, this is something that I use on a daily basis. It's the medicine ball. It just break up the monotony of doing dumbbells all the time. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have somebody that don't want to just lift heavy ass weights like myself. So, Brother Bruce, you got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, medicine balls are great things, man. Overall coordination. You can see you're keeping your legs up straight. Put some strain on there. Working your core muscles, your abdominal muscles. You're also working your triceps just by moving it back and forth. But man, I'm old school, Duke. I'm West End barbell gym, man. That's where I come from, bro. And down there, it was dumbbells and barbells, and the strongest men in the world walked out of that gym, bro. But I mean, it's a new world today, like you said, and it's a business, man. Let's face it. We have to make it exciting. We have to make it. We have to make our clients want to come back daily. So we have to get these new things, and new things are developed. And like Coach Ebony said, man, for a while there, you couldn't get a medicine ball. You couldn't get a wristband. During the pandemic. So now it's a new game, and our business, we want to attract new clients, and we do that by keeping it interesting, keeping it excited. So yeah, medicine ball, and bro, from the boxing world, that's how we toughen up a midsection. We get on there and do that medicine ball to the gut. You give me 100 of those, and believe me, after a few months, they're going to be able to take those body punches.
Exactly. Go ahead, Coach G, you got it.
Yeah, I'm with the medicine ball as well, because you can do more. I feel like you can do more movements with that. But as far as like, I would say include, like when you said the slam ball, that's kind of like what they use in like boot camp with CrossFit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when you're doing like a weekly boot camp. I mean, because I rarely even use the slam ball. I mean, I kind of don't really care for it. I mean, I see what the purpose is, but the medicine ball to me just kind of resonates more with, my goals and just I like the more things that you can do with the medicine ball.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They're more versatile. They're way more versatile and stuff like that. So the slam balls is more like a freestyle type deal. Both of them are more freestyle. And then again, too, when we get into the stats of it, let's look at some of the stats. Let's get into some of the stats here. Let my man do his work here and his woman. So stats, handling, all day long, every day. Okay, I would definitely recommend handling. I gave the medicine ball a 5. Okay, and then I gave the slam ball a 3. Reason being, for those who don't know, the slam ball is weighted down and it's kind of squishy, but it's still weighted. You know what I'm saying? Unlike the medicine ball, sometimes you have what we call a core ball as well. You got handles on the side, and on top of that, it's just more grip. It's just like a hard basketball. Versatility. Let's see what we got here. Versatility. I gave the medicine ball a 5, and again, I gave the slam ball a 3. It's more versatile. You can do a whole lot more stuff, you know what I'm saying, with the medicine ball versus the slam ball, because with the slam ball, the weight is, when you move it to one side, the weight it's not equally distributed throughout the ball. It's kind of, when you move it from side to side, it's kind of awkward a little bit. But the medicine ball, the weight is equally distributed throughout the whole ball. From a calorie burn standpoint, if you know what you're doing, the slam ball can be an effective tool, can be an effective piece of equipment. So I gave that, both of those 4. And then the cost, they round that mid-grade, you know what I'm saying? A 10-pound medicine ball is probably gonna cost the same as a 10-pound slam ball. So overall, I gave it, I think I gave it a 19, a 17, 13. So that's my take on that. Again, I think that the going back to the versatility, I think that's the key out of this right here, because you got more things to do with the medicine ball. You got more stuff you can do with the medicine ball versus going and trying to purchase a slam ball. Again, slam balls are more subject to CrossFit boxes, more like into your athletic fields, into your football camps and your basketball camps, lacrosse, whatever the case may be. Medicine ball is a little bit more versatile in this situation. Last one coming up, guys. Let's go. All right, the good old-fashioned jump rope. Cannot beat the jump rope. The standard jump rope been around for ages, tried and true. So the jump rope is highly intensive cardio exercise that improve muscle tone in the lower body and increase your cardiovascular fitness. Being solely a cardio exercise, you can burn 100 calories plus in 10 minutes of jumping, especially if the rope is weighted. Now, I didn't add that in here, but if you guys don't know, I actually have one, I'll show you. It's called a heavy rope. And that rope is it goes from 1 up to 6 pounds. Give you guys a brief story. My brother, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, my brother when he played basketball, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar gave him one of the heavy ropes, and I still got it. And that's how I got introduced to the heavy rope. But the jump rope, guys, just a good old-fashioned speed rope is one of the best things you can do when it comes to just cardiovascular. And then we're going to put the jump rope up against battle ropes. All right? We're going to put that up against battle ropes. For those who don't know, who have never used a battle rope before, it's a new way of moving your muscles. The battle ropes are bigger, thicker, and heavier than jumping rope. It is a strength training workout, also burns calories. Battle ropes also strengthen transverse abdominis. Again, that's your internal abs, guys, the transverse abdominis. And external obliques. You can burn 80 plus calories in 5 minutes, depending on the intensity that you work. Start you, brother Bruce, you got it.
Bro, I can't even put these in the same category, man. Jump roping, that's a fantastic cardio exercise. Boxers use that religiously. That's for timing. That's for, that's to increase eye-hand coordination. I mean, it's just got so many benefits as far as a cardio device is going. Now the battle ropes, very, very important too, but they work totally different muscles. To me, they're more like you said. They work your muscles. They work more of those biceps and those forearms, the abductors. I know to me it's an anaerobic exercise versus an aerobic exercise. To me it's that different. But yet you can turn the battle ropes into an aerobic exercise while still getting the anaerobic benefits. Where the jump rope, that's strictly cardiovascular. That's strictly aerobic. But man, I mean, I couldn't train a client who was into boxing without both of these pieces of equipment.
Absolutely. Coach G, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, I do the battle rope or whatever. That to me, that is more intense, and a lot of people shy away from that. Jump roping is kind of easy because that's what a lot of people grew up doing, and you can do the hopscotch. So you kind of do a little bit more with jump roping. I mean, I like both of them. I don't know how to hopscotch, but I like the battle rope because I can focus, like you said, focus on your abdominal, and but it is very intense. It's very intense. But I like the battle rope over jump rope personally.
Absolutely, man. Both great points. I'm gonna just say this: the battle ropes is a new way of moving your muscles, and also it helps avoiding plateaus. So that's why a lot of people opt out for the battle ropes. Again, Brother Bruce is right. He's right. If you do the standard jump rope like the young lady here, if you're doing that, that's an aerobic exercise. Now, granted, if you jump in a heavy rope, a 6-pound heavy rope, you turn that aerobic to anaerobic. So again, that's the difference in that. But if you just sit there and then you do it, you start to do the jump rope, side to side, one leg. You know what I mean? It's so many things you can do with the jump rope, but you're still looking at it from an aerobic standpoint. Once you start to increase the intensity, and move from just like the standard speed skill rope, and you increase that to like a heavy rope, 2 or 3 pound heavy rope, and then on the more advanced level, a 6-pound heavy rope, then yeah, you talking about a straight up anaerobic exercise. You talking about 30 jumps, it's gonna definitely get that heart rate up, you know what I mean, for a minute. Both of them are gonna burn calories. So let's look at some of the stats.
And if you want to see some really fine jump roping, go look at Sugar Ray Leonard jumping rope. Go look at Muhammad Ali jumping rope.
Tyson.
Go look at Roberto Duran jumping rope. They'll take your eye out if you stand too close. These guys make that rope spin so fast and so beautifully and so gracefully. I mean, I'm a jump rope addict by watching these guys.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Floyd too. All the greats, man. All those guys, man. They make it look effortless. You know what I'm saying? And then here's the thing about the jump rope. We talking about jumping consistent. I mean, we talking about jumping 5 jumps and then you stop, 5 jumps and stop. Nah, you got to do that continuously. Take practice to do that.
Oh yeah.
So from a calorie burn standpoint, I'm gonna give the battle ropes 5 and I'm gonna give the jump ropes 4. Reason being because it's, again, you moving the muscles. There's a lot more moving body parts. The more body parts gonna move, you're gonna burn more calories in that situation. Muscle building. I'm gonna give that to definitely give that to battle ropes. You're not gonna build so much as muscle with jump rope from a cardio standpoint, but with the battle ropes, yes, you can do that because I use it. Portability. Of course, we already know that the jump rope's gonna get a 5 on that. The jump rope is portable. You can put that into your gym bag and then you can just go. The battle ropes is big, it's cumbersome, and then again too, y'all gonna see me at some point in the time in the future. Y'all gonna see me do battle chains. That's right, I do chains. It's the same way I do ropes. You talking about that's some weight. You talking about up to 50 pounds and stuff like that, doing the same thing as the ropes and take the place of the chains. I mean, take the rope, the ropes, the chain gonna take place of the rope. So yeah, so that's one thing about portability. A variety. I'm gonna give that pop up. The variety. It's more things you can do with. I can show you right now. I can pull up maybe about 20 exercises I can do with the battle ropes. But the jump ropes, okay, you pretty much just jumping rope. I mean, be you on one leg, you 2 legs, you're moving side to side. You're doing double jumps, whatever the case may be. From a cost, you already know the jump rope's gonna win that every day and twice on Sunday. So you can go up and get you a cheap little jump rope for. We got these stores here called Five Below, and go in there and get you a jump rope and start jumping. So, and then the cost effective with the battle ropes, you're gonna cost some money from that. That's gonna bring you some money. So I gave this right here. Overall, we're gonna go with a 21 and a 20. You know what I'm saying? Based off of that. And again, it goes back to what I said earlier, guys. It goes back to what I said earlier. Based off what your goals are, based off what it is that you want to do. Again, I mean, ram this down your throat. Rule number 1, before purchasing any equipment, evaluate your goals. Again, let me go through that again. Rule number 1, before you purchase any equipment that we just went through here, we had difference of opinions, and that's what I wanted. Evaluate your goals. So in other words, don't just get a battle rope just because I rated it a 21. Oh man, I heard Big Duke say, no.
Right.
So based off what your goals are, they're not my goals, it's not Coach Ebony, and it's not Bruce Gas goals. It's your goals. Capital U, put emphasis on you, your goals. So do that. Yeah. Emmanuel Beard say, battle change Duke trying to be the next adventure move.
I think Duke's training for World's Strongest Man coming up here.
Yeah, it must be.
No. Hey, I got an old video, Emmanuel, that I'm doing change. I'm gonna show it to you. I'll show it to you. Yeah. But yeah, that's what's up. And he also said Muhammad Ali was an artist when it comes to jump rope. All facts, no cap, man.
And that's inspiration too. You watch Ali, you watch Sugar Ray Robinson, and you'll want to jump rope. You'll want to learn how to do that. It's not the little girl saying 1, 2, 3, that, and this is jumping rope. And like I said, you stand too close, it's going to take your eye out. So
right. But it's another thing. It's another thing too, brother Bruce. It's not that skip to my loop. We're not doing skip to my loop at this situation. You jumping rope.
No.
Right.
No.
So hold it down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna give him something to look at, brother Bruce. Hold it down for a second, and Coach E, hold it down.
All right, man. We're here today, and also I have to say this, man. Michael Henderson, bass player for Miles Davis, for Sly and the Family Stone, for B.B. King. I mean, this guy was an awesome bass player. He passed away today, 71 years old. Cancer. Fuck cancer. Eat healthy. Train hard. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. It's out there. Well, there is something we can do about it. We can stay healthy. We can lift weights. We can eat properly. We can get our cardio in. And I saw that today, and it hit me hard because I'm a jazz lover, man. And I follow these guys. And I saw that, and I'm like, damn, another fallen soldier. But then I got inspiration after seeing that to come here and just try to get the message out where 70 is not a death sentence, and just don't give up, man. Don't give up. Hang and bang, man. Hang and bang.
Thanks, man. Let me put this up, and I salute to you, brother Bruce. You're 100% right, man. My mother passed of cancer, so man, fuck cancer. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on that. Let's get into it, man. Let me show you guys this real quick. Let me show you guys what Bruce is talking about here when you're talking about some Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Some of the greats jumping ropes. So let's show you this right here, man. So this is crazy, man. So let's get into it. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Secondary.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I could get a little closer to that, man.
But it's effortless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like he just like chilling.
One of the greats, man. One of the greats right there. One of the greats.
He ain't even gotta concentrate. He just like
right. He do it with no problem. He do it with ease and stuff like that. So it's one of the things where, like you said, man, that just take practice and time and energy and stuff like that. So you can do it. It just take time and practice and effort. You know what I'm saying? So also, we want to always give you guys always give you guys some type of nutritional tip when it comes to stuff like this right here. So again, based off your goals, you get whatever piece of equipment that you want based off your goals. I'm saying that again, but you got to follow that up with proper nutrition. I think everybody's right here on this panel right here on this panel is drinking some type of water. I know Coach Ebony, she told me she's drinking some water. You know, Brother Bruce got his right there if he's not finished, and I got my glass of water right here as well. So you gotta be mindful. You gotta be mindful, guys, and bring that water into your system. You know what I'm saying? No juice, none of that stuff. You gotta be mindful about that.
You know, especially in this heat wave that we're going through, people don't realize that we're expending a lot more water than most people are taking in. So double up, man. If you're thirsty, then it's too late. A good rule of thumb: 8 ounces of water an hour. That's not a hard thing to do.
Right.
You know, stay hydrated, and especially, like I said, especially in this weather, and especially with older people, make sure they're hydrated. You know, it's a me generation, but see that we're here to help other people, and every one of us can do that, and that's just a minor thing. Could be major, could be life or death for some people. So stay hydrated and make sure others around you, the people you love, stay hydrated.
Absolutely. Manuel Briggs said earlier, he said, what exercise or equipment is good for explosive or burst movement? I'm gonna tell you this right here. What I have my clients doing, my football guys and stuff like that doing, is that running hills. I have them on hills. We do hills, and then I have a sled as well. Emmanuel, I have a sled. I have them to sit there and push and then drag a sled. That really helps with that quick, fast twitch muscle and stuff like that, especially for those running backs coming out the backfield. So that's one of the things you can do. Find a hill you can run and attack that hill. You'll see yourself definitely, man, coming out with bursts of speed and stuff like that. So hill running is always great. Go look at some Jerry Rice. He was notorious for running hills and stuff like that. So go look at a lot of the wide receivers. They run a lot of hills. So that's what I recommend for you. Go ahead, Coach. You got it. You ain't saying nothing.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, I would recommend weighted lunges too, because building up those hamstrings, building up those glutes, getting those quads, that's key for explosive strength movements. Because you'd be surprised how your vertical jump will go up. Not vertical jumping, just building up the corresponding muscles, making sure you're stretched out afterwards, make sure they cool down. Then every few days, check your vertical jump out, and you'd be surprised. A couple of inches here, a couple of inches there, and that's all from getting the muscles, the corresponding muscles in shape. And like Duke said, resistance cardio, using a hill, pedaling a bicycle uphill, just doing things that are difficult.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Strength in there and cardio at the same time.
I forgot about that. Brother Bruce just said it right too. Cycling up the hill is great. I mean, you can't beat that. Cycling up the hill is real good. Also, guys, if you're trying to with me, you're trying to improve your jumping ability. Now, granted, yeah, Big Duke can still dunk, but I can't do the shit I did when I was in my 18, 20. I can't do all that. I can still dunk though. But one thing that you can do to help you explosive is work on your hamstrings. Work on your hamstrings. Don't just attack the quads. And when you're doing something like what Brother Bruce said with the lunges, the dumbbell lunges and stuff like that, you know what I mean? That hypertrophy exercise, stuff like that, doing asymmetrical movements, it really does help with increasing those hamstrings, stuff like that. So don't neglect those hamstrings, fellas, if you're trying to increase your sprinting, explosive movement, whatever the case may be. So that being said, I'm gonna drop the link one more time. If not, we're gonna start closing it out. And you know I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna let y'all see some CT. You know what I'm saying? CT time, you know what I mean? Not for the sensitive, guys. If you're sensitive, this the time to go ahead and lead right now, man. Y'all know how I get down. Y'all know how I get down. Listen, this is me every day and twice on Sunday. So let's get into some CT, man. CT Fletcher, man. Let's go.
Go out there and swat a few balls. But if you want to be a motherfucking weightlifter, you got to put that shit down, stop talking shit, and get your ass in the game. Anybody can do what the fuck you do. Squat down like the little bitch you are and talk shit. If you want to talk shit, stand up like a man, motherfucker, and talk shit. Anybody can do that shit on YouTube. If I didn't do the rep the way you thought I should do it, fuck you. I'm still doing something. If I didn't do a full extension like you thought I should, or go as low as you thought I should, I'm still doing something, motherfucker. You ain't doing shit but talking shit. And any motherfucking knock-knee, pigeon-toe, hunchback having motherfucker can do that. Obviously, because you doing it.
all day and twice on Sunday, man. There it is, man. The one and only CT. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where people get on this thing, on this app, and Brother Bruce and Coach E, I see a lot of times, man, people just talking. A lot of times it's surface level talking. They just talk from the Yahoo startup page. They talk from something that they don't see people do in the gym, but they can't go in depth with nothing. You know what I'm saying? And spewing out bad information. You know what I'm saying? And there's some of the things that we can't do. You know what I'm saying? That we got to sit there and stop doing that. Stop listening to people that sit there and just spewing shit out. You know what I'm saying? So come on over here. You know what I'm saying? Every Friday at 6 and get this information. Yeah, I don't like to sit there and stroke our own ego, but we giving out good information. But you may hear somebody, a content creator that you like, and they may be saying some things that you be like, oh yeah, that's true. And man, yeah, you can eat whatever you want to eat as long as you're active. I be like, man, what the fuck?
About popularity.
What?
About popularity.
Yeah, it's about popularity. That's what it's about. But some of the biggest things I hear is that, Brother Bruce, is that you can eat whatever you want to eat as long as you're active. As long as you can be in a caloric surplus. You could be a caloric surplus like a motherfucker.
I had somebody try me like that at work. I had somebody try me like that at work because I was fasting. I was on my intermittent fasting, and one of the doctors had offered me like some candy because they all do that. I was like, I'm good. And I was like, and I'm fasting. And she was just like, and then the chick just kind of looked at me and was just like, you know, you can eat whatever you want to eat or whatever. And I just kind of looked at her and I was like, oh, really? Like, I just went through a whole health class and everything, schooling and all that. Like, no, you can't. Like, I'm not, and nobody's not going to pressure me to eat some candy. If I say that I'm fasting, I guess they go some type of way because I told her that I said, well, when y'all doing Ramadan, I don't pressure you when you doing Ramadan. Right. So let me be brave. You know, if I'm fasting, disrespect that. But a lot of people they like to pick and jab. It's all a jealousy thing. They're like, oh, you just want to be small. And it's not about being small. It's about being focused. And no, you can't eat whatever you want. Like, no, I don't want no candy.
Right. You got to realize, Coach E, and Bruce already know this. People will look for any excuse as a way out. They will look for any motherfucking excuse to get out of it. They'll sit there and tell you that, oh, you can just do that just because they want to eat a piece of damn cake, whatever the case may be. Oh, you can just do that just because they want to do some bullshit. They'll look for any easy way out versus, you know what I'm saying, hitting it hard. So that's just facts. Every day and twice on Sunday. Brother Bruce, you got that. JM, I need you to come on the panel, man. I want you to come on the panel, fam.
Yeah.
You got that. I would like to hear JM, man. Go ahead, Brother Bruce. He said, I have a question. When you get a lot of veins and particular muscle, does it mean you reached the peak of that muscle?
Well, I don't exactly know what you mean by the peak, but I will say about the vascularity, man. You know, that's done through low body fat and to training your muscles and trying to get your muscles to rip out of your skin and see a lot. I've seen healthy vascularity and I've seen unhealthy vascularity. See a lot of that unhealthy stuff. Those are actually varicose veins, but they're getting so much blood in there that they don't look like your typical varicose veins. And you look at somebody like Paul Dillette, and this guy looks like he has somebody dumped a can of worms on the man.
Yeah.
You know, it's freaky, and some people dig it, but like I said, there's also there can be too much vascularity, which I think Paul got put in his place a lot for that. But it's one of those things when we train, we like to see that. You know, we like to see those veins popping through, and yeah, man. You know, you're reaching a peak. You get that nice vascular look in there. You don't want it to get too freaky because when it starts to, you'll know it, and you can go see a dermatologist or a doctor, and they'll tell you if that's if you're having a varicose vein problem. But man, no, you know, a good bodybuilder, good, decent. All your main arteries and your main veins should be showing, bro. If you get your body fat under 8% or so, then you're gonna look good, and that's something a lot of us we strive to keep that look, and a lot of other people don't. So it's it's one of those things. If you like it, man, you know, go with it. But make sure you don't get out of control.
And here's the guys, man. This guy, if I ever thought about like salute to Ronnie, salute to Dorian, salute to all the greats, but I would sit there and say this: if for me, the most motivational bodybuilding for me, guys, is what Brother Bruce said, is Paul Dillette. I talked to the brother a couple of times on IG, and this is him right here, man. Straight mass monster. So to me, Paul Dillette was the most, the biggest dude. Yeah, was uncrowned Olympian.
I don't know, Duke. I don't know, bro.
Hold on, Brother Bruce. I'm talking about for me, motherfucker. I'm saying for me. Reason being because he couldn't get his posing down. He couldn't pose. He couldn't get his posing down right. But I mean, all the guys, they sit there and talk about, even Arnold, all the guys, all the greats will sit there and say like how this dude here was next level and stuff like that. But that's just for me. That's me right there. So that's just for me.
But see, he didn't have his conditioning though. That was his downfall. He didn't have the posing.
Yeah.
He didn't have the conditioning.
Right.
A complete bodybuilder. You need the complete package. Paul Dillette, he had 10, 10, 10, 10. Then all of a sudden it went down to 8, and that's why he never got that Mr. O.
Right, I know, 100% right on that. And Mr. Pat said, Duke, I thought Franco was motivational, bro. Man, Franco Columbo, oh man, he was a giant killer. I know that name is already taken, but Franco Columbo was that was Arnold Schwarzenegger workout partner.
Oh yeah,
and he was that dude. Salute to Franco Columbo and rest his soul, man. But he was a great competitor as well. But those are some of the guys. Yeah, man. So, but that's some of the stuff about it, guys. Again, before we get out of here, we just want to say, no matter what piece of equipment, go ahead, Brother Bruce, before I finish that up.
One question for my two esteemed panelists over here. Free weights or machines? I got a gun to your head.
Free weights all day.
Free weights. I'm free weights all day. I'm free weight.
Me too, bro. Free weights. I just.
If the short answer is always free weight. Like you said it earlier, Bruce. You said it best. If you didn't, go back and look at the replay, guys. He said, machines are to mimic free weight. So that's the short answer. That's as best as we can get it without getting into the details of it, and that's what it is.
But so, I mean, with machines, you could it's kind of like you can kind of manipulate certain workouts.
That's right. Before we get out of here, again, guys, before you go and pick up any piece of equipment, make sure you understand your goals and what you want to get accomplished. That's the first rule. So no matter what side of the coin you're on, jump rope, battle rope, medicine ball, slam ball, row machine, elliptical, dumbbells, or kettlebells, no matter what it is that you're trying to get, make sure you understand what your goals are. That's the most important thing about today's show. So we're going to start closing it out. Let's start with Coach E. You got it.
Thank you once again for everybody joining us in the Fitness Corner. I hope everybody got something from this live tonight, and continue to share the channel and share with your friends. Like we said, before you go out and get a machine, it's best to know what your goals are. Also evaluate your injuries, what you need to do, and also, if you feel like you need to go to the gym, go to the gym. If you feel like you have the motivation to do it at home, get yourself some machines and do your thing. But, continue checking us out every Friday. And Big Duke, Bruce, one of us, we can help you out with any questions that you have, anything you're unsure about.
Salute. All right. My man, Bruce Gas. Got the floor.
Thank you so much, Duke, and thank you all for coming in here, man. This is Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. The more is professional wrestling, health and nutrition, which is it probably should be Bruce Gas, health and nutrition, because man, if it wasn't for staying healthy, getting healthy, staying healthy, none of this is going to matter. The boxing end of it, the wrestling, the jazz, the weed. You got to get healthy. You got to stay healthy, and that's why we're here, man. And that's one of my missions on earth, man. Because you know what, Duke, me, and Ebony, we probably have 100 years combined experience in that gym. I mean, and these are things that we can talk about them here. We can help you. You can help us. But getting healthy and staying healthy, and there's so many different avenues. And like CT Fletcher said, man, at least you're lifting it, man. At least you're doing it. You're not sitting home on your couch on your ass. So get out there and do something. Move it or you're gonna lose it, man. Check my show out, man. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. I'm gonna get into some fitness and nutrition this week, I think, because there's never enough of that, and there's plenty to go around. Plenty of people need to hear the message. So, man, God bless. Thanks for showing up. We'll see you next Friday night, man. Peace.
Peace. Enough said. I'm not gonna hold you guys. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy your Friday night. I really appreciate you guys taking time to come spend with me and Coach Ebony and Bruce Gas Friday at 6 o'clock. So we're not gonna hold you guys. We're not gonna keep you guys up. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get out of here with my man Clutch. You know what I'm saying? So that's my time. Big Duke all fight, no smoke, man. Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Official Clutch is in the place to be. Shout out to Kaiser Nami.
It's Mr. Clutch. Fourth quarter. I'm from a side of town where niggas is foul. Bitches some wild. You get clap talking slick with your mouth. Snitches are bound to get slick with 6 inches an ounce. But niggas couldn't stick me. I was sick with the style of a menace. Just me, I'll cap your whole friends list. I'm endless. Rhyme schemes like charismatics. Put an L in your grill like Lexus. I'm breakfast. Check this. Funny how I got your ex on my checklist. It's like that.
What a soft leathers, chair wallaby suede, Santa Barbara medallions, 360 waves, Green Army field jackets heavy with the lining, 20 niggas jam-packed in the lobby rhyming, good times, trying to perfect these hood crimes, get them all bent off of red bag dimes, Panama gold, honey glazed Dutch masters, good health, knowledge of self, don't trust pastors, carry church in our pockets, let off rockets, get your whole body snatched away from your lockets, real talk, live from Yonkers, New York, can hear the bitterness in all the niggas I fought. Test my hand style on the walls for the sport. Pit bull fights down by the docks at the port. Watch them, point blank, niggas get the mileage. Gas is liquid to solids. I'm saying knowledge. Light something, reminisce on those who ain't with us. Spend a whole night vibing, calculating figures. My niggas, pinky ring exquisite type classy. Swine hit bowling at Kim, I heard she nasty. Crafty, raspy projectiles, tailor-made suits, off-color reptiles. It's not me. I'm sort of the laid-back scoundrel coming through, knocking Reggie's dark side out. It's the dark side. Peace. Knowledge. What a soft leather shit. Knowledge. What a soft leather shit. Knowledge.
All right, man. That's my time. Enjoy Friday night, guys. And for those contenders out there, let me know what's up. You got my email. You know what I'm saying? Email me. If y'all want to do something live, we can do it live. What's good? That's my time, man. Big Duke all fight, no smoke, man. Peace.